Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A fire that killed 5 children more than 20 years ago and sent a man to prison is getting another look from the Oakland County prosecutor.
On the heels of a defender's investigation, more parents are speaking out about what they call a toxic youth hockey message board, where an adult posted that a 9-year-old player should hang himself.
Masks on or off? The state clarifies its stance, but for schools, the changes create a unique new set of pressure points. Today, we got answers to some of the questions that have arisen since the CDC changed its position on mask use for non-vaccinated people yesterday.
Let's start with Michigan. Kim, the state echoing the CDC's guidance now. As of 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, fully vaccinated Michiganders no longer have to wear a mask or socially distance in most settings. Non-vaccinated people should wear masks to protect themselves and others, but only indoors. Individual
businesses are free to decide on their own policies. For instance, Kroger and Meijer are saying masks will still be required, but notably, Trader Joe's today became one of the first chains to drop the mask requirement for people who are fully vaccinated, and we've just gotten word Walmart will do the same. Meanwhile, there's the problem of what schools should do.
So many children haven't yet had the opportunity to get vaccinated, among other issues. Rod Maloney live tonight with that part of the story, and it's a massive one, Rod.
Well, Devin, remember that all through the first year of this, there were fights back and forth, genuine fights between school administrators, parents on either side of the aisle. Should we open? Shouldn't we open? And it took a long time to wrestle all of that to the ground. And if you listen to people who have been involved in that, they're saying with this new set of rules, it's not going to get any easier before the end of the school year.
We plan to have all of our guidance updated by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, because I know we have to look at quite a few different documents. But the bottom line is, if the teacher is fully vaccinated, they can be in the classroom inside without a mask on. And for those kids who are unable or have not been vaccinated yet, they'll need to continue to mask up.
A little closer to the ground, things aren't so simple. So says Novi School Superintendent Dr. Stephen Matthews. None of the guidance out so far takes into account the classroom.
I have teachers who will ask, I'm fully vaccinated, so I'm not going to wear my mask. And my question back to them is, well, how does that look to the students in your classroom when you don't wear a mask, but you're requiring them to wear a mask?
Parents on both sides of the issue get angry. Neighboring districts may operate differently, which we've seen creates pressure for superintendents. Dr. Matthews is worried ultimately that these less than fully shaped directives mean a lot to the children.
Is wearing a mask all of a sudden become kind of the new scarlet letter in schools? It increases the potential that some students will be made fun of or bullied because they're wearing a mask and other students are not. And so it just creates a lot of uncertainty.
So again, the Elizabeth Hertel, who we heard, she's the MDHHS director at the top there, say that they're going to work, say, over the weekend and through the middle of next week to try and get at some of these things, to get clarity, some clarification. That'll be coming in the days to come. And in the meantime, the Republican leadership is just happy to see that the governor has dropped the mask mandate as it was, but they want to see the governor move quicker on taking all of the restrictions down sooner than July 1st. Reporting live, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Okay, Rod, let's take a look at today's coronavirus numbers. Today, the state reporting 1,766 new cases of the virus.
The state also reports 33 additional deaths. 55.7% of people aged 16 and older have gotten at least one vaccine dose.
Today, Michigan Medicine gave its first shots to younger people who are now eligible for the Pfizer vaccine.
Those shots were given at Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor. 12-year-old Anna Williams was one of the younger people to get her first shot.
So just remember that this is for a good cause, and it's one little prick to save my summer. I'm a really social person. I like to be able to hang out with my friends. I want to be able to, when it gets hot or rainy, go inside with them and hang out and have sleepovers with them, stuff like that.
Well, you do have to make an appointment with Michigan Medicine if you want to get vaccinated there. We have information on how to do that on our website. Just go to clickondetroit.com.
Now to breaking news out of Lansing this afternoon. We've learned that who paid for Governor Whitmer's chartered flight to Florida back in March. According to documents provided by the governor's chief of staff, the nearly $28,000 flight was paid for by Michigan Transition 2019. It was paid through the executive office account, which can pay for the governor's travel when it's not covered by taxpayers, according to the governor's office. Governor's chief of staff maintains the flight and expenses are in compliance with the law, and she also notes that the governor paid for her seat on the flight, a little more than $800, $855, with her own money.
All right, turning now to our weather forecast. The weekend is off to a beautiful start.
I think we've earned it. After
Yes.
where we've been, these freeze warnings and everything, we've been waiting for a really nice weekend, Ben.
Yeah, and we're not only going to see improvement in the afternoons, but also in the mornings. We've gotten rid of the frosty starts, and we're pretty close to average for this time of year. 67 is where we sit right now at Metro Airport. You can see some 70s still out there, including in the city, which is at 71. This is a little bit warmer, not a ton, but we keep making improvements. A couple degrees every day, and pretty soon that'll amount to something, especially towards the end of the upcoming 7-day forecast. Now, here's the changes over the weekend. The temperatures still look fantastic, low 70s, both weekend days. There is the chance that we could be seeing a couple raindrops on Sunday. It's not the entire day, but it definitely is part of it. So coming up, we'll take a look at exactly when we're expecting that and when we've got to wait for an appreciable chance of rain in this drought. We do still need to get a good drink of water. Local Forecasters app is the place to track the weekend forecast and everything coming beyond. See if you can find the 80 in the 10-day forecast. And if you can't, we'll show it to you coming up in a few minutes, guys.
Hey, Ben, thank you. More outrage and fallout tonight about a comment made on the youth hockey discussion site Puck 54. An adult said a 9-year-old hockey player should hang himself after a bad game, and he'd provide the rope and tie the knot for him. Tonight, an explosion of reaction from other hockey families who say Puck 54 users have stalked and harassed them and their kids. Local 4 defender Sean Lay. Sean, parents are reaching out to you about this story.
Time and time again, all day long today. Right now, the latest, Puck 54, it's offline. We checked this morning. It's gone. Parents call the users of the site absolutely toxic, the worst kind of internet users. Families are telling us not just about the rope hanging, targeting a 9-year-old, but they say other users are harassing and stalking them nonstop.
Honestly, I was disgusted and extremely angry.
We are not identifying this father. His child and family, he says, have been relentlessly harassed by other youth hockey parents on the website puck54.com. Deeply personal, detailed, and anonymous attacks targeting their child, who is just 12 years old.
It makes me question, how would they feel if their child was the target of such a thing?
We exposed Puck 54 after a user who named a 9-year-old after a recent game posted after that game their goalie should go hang himself. 5 goals against, and he calls himself a goalie. Let me know when practice is, and I'll bring him a rope and tie the knot. Many more hockey families reached out to us today saying users of Puck 54 harass them, cyber stalk them. One family has an attorney trying to get users to stop posting personal information about them and their child. Another player with special needs was mocked and told to get a sex change. After our report, Puck 54 is offline for now.
Absolutely insane and just disheartening, especially in the day in the world that we live in today, that people would feel that that's even beyond acceptable is just amazing.
Back here live, the administrator of Puck 54 and the commenters never put their name behind these words attacking these children and harassing the families. We reached out to the administrator of Puck 54 multiple times. You never heard anything. Then the site came down, but could return the same way or in another form at any time. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
Okay, Sean, thanks. Devin?
Now to a Local 4 update. Misconduct could overturn a murder conviction in the deadly fire that killed 5 children more than 20 years ago. Juwan Deering is serving a life sentence for murder in the house fire in Royal Oak Township back in the year 2000. New Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald reviewed his case at the request of the Michigan Innocence Clinic, who have been seeking a new trial for Deering all this time. McDonald found that Deering's attorney wasn't told that 3 informants got substantial benefits from helping authorities at the trial. Special prosecutors have been appointed to conduct an independent investigation and audit all files in the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office related to those informants.
Royal Oak police need your help finding a dog that was stolen from its home. This is Little Rex, a French bulldog that was in the yard of a home on Mason Court around 6 yesterday. Police say this man walked into the yard and took the dog. He left in a black Dodge Caravan. It's hard to see there, but take a look. If you recognize that vehicle or that suspect, call Royal Oak Police.
The city of Detroit is ramping up its demolition projects and getting rid of more abandoned homes throughout the neighborhoods, but that's not all. Larry Spruill explains how neighbors in those areas can seize an opportunity sitting in the empty lots beside them.
What used to be an abandoned home is now an opportunity for neighbors. The city recently cleared this area, and neighbors say they've been waiting for this to happen for years.
And it did take me 9 years to get this house knocked down. That was a very long time.
Marcia Walker lives on Press Street, and for years she says this empty lot next to her was home to everything bad.
It was a hazard, you know, with animals and rodents. It was just bad, and keeping it clean, it was even more difficult for me and my husband, as we had to pick up stuff, take it where it needed to be dumped when people did illegal dumping. Oh, crime, that's going without being said.
Recently, the city of Detroit demolished the home, clearing the land next to Walker. LaJuan Counts with the Detroit Demolition Department says the open lot provides neighbors with opportunity and hope.
After the demolition is complete, the lot is available for purchase. This is what would be typical of a $100 lot for the residents who live on either side of it. So after we've completed the demolition, we turn the property back over to the land bank, and then the land bank sells the property to those who are interested in it.
Walker says she's definitely interested.
I was already maintaining it anyway, getting some grass over there, making it look pretty, throw some lights over there, just maintain it and make it look nice in the neighborhood.
And that's something they all can be proud of. Reporting on Detroit's West Side, Larry Spruill, Local 4.
Well, at age 104, you've seen a lot, but having a street named after her was still pretty impressive for this young lady. The reaction from her family just ahead.
And here comes Hank.
New tonight, a Help Me Hank scam alert. I'll show you what high-tech thieves are doing to trick you as you try to purchase airline tickets. This scam already costing people big money.